Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is Ravasaurus, aka Ravien, coming at you today. Welcome to Lip Rippin' Podcast. Um, Here we are. Good of you to join me as per usual. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's get right into it today, folks. I got I got an interesting story to share with you all today about a particular fishing scenario that I had not too long ago. Actually, it was quite a few years ago, matter of fact, now that I think about it. Um, so back in the day, whenever I wasn't up north during the summertime, if we'd be at home for any length of time, I used to like really want to still fish. So uh, we used to go to any place that was close by to catch them. As you know, I talked about Dead Man's Lake back in the day and places like that in Stouffville, but um, before it was really developed how you guys probably know it now, Lake Wilcox used to be one of my main destinations of fishing locations. So uh, I believe this was just like a random Thursday. I had convinced Darren and my sister and a few other people, let's go fishing, right? Up at Wilcox. So we go up there, um, and it's a beautiful summer's day. And I've got my waders on, and I'm like in the lake, totally fishing it, and everything's sick, right? We got a couple of drinks, a couple of mixes, couple of things are going on, right? But it's a hot, blazing day. So at that time I didn't really like burn or anything too tough. I was like more of a drinker. So we had a few, whatever, we were just chilling. I was fishing, whatever, right? So I'm in the lake, and some guy is like on the path behind us, right? And he's puffing a huge joint, and the smoke's just bellowing, and like coming towards us, right? And I could smell it. It smells good too, right? So I go to the guy. I'm like, hey bud, why don't you share some of that down here or something like that, right? And the guy goes, David, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not David. Uh, and then my sister's like, wait, David who? To the guy, right? And then he's like, Nadlol. Um, we're like, what? That's my cousin, by the way, in case you guys are wondering who that is. So we're like, what are you talking about? Come down here, right? So the guy comes down. He goes, holy shit, I thought you were David, right? Like, to me. I'm like, first of all, he's like, I didn't think you'd be fishing, but I was surprised to see if it was you fishing down there. Anyways, it was clearly me fishing. So a party ensues. We start talking. This ends up being like their good friend, my cousin's good friend, from back in like high school time. Just moved up to Oak Ridge's Stouffville area and went for a walk down by the lake, one of his favorite smoke spots. And lo and behold, he runs into another Nandlol, just hanging out by the river, hanging out by the lake, trying to catch one. Right. So that was kind of one of the craziest things ever that's happened on a random fishing trip. Not even a trip. Like Lake Wilcox is probably, I'd say, with no traffic, 12 minutes away from my parents' house. 15 minutes. Uh, One hell of an experience to just have randomly on like a Thursday. So, anyways, the party continues to ensue. For whatever reason, I start. I think I had a couple of toots myself, a couple of puffs real quick myself, off of this guy's thing, and then I started drinking mixed vodka, and crazy things was going on. Anyhow, um, we end up going back to the house after this fishing, like 2 3 hour little flex that we had down by the lake. Obviously I was not driving at all. I was in bad shape. Anyways, I think I had a combination of heat stroke as well as a little too much party in me, and they could not get me out of the Grand Am. By the time we got home, I was like, yo, leave me in here, whatever. And I think I was like, there's a really good chance I was dry heaving out of the Grand Am for like 2, 3 hours in front of my parents' house, unable to go in at all. I think maybe like they kept checking on if they kept checking on me like every half an hour or so. Like, cause everyone was inside, um, you know what I mean, and oh man, and then I think like finally I was able to like go into Iman's house or something and lie in the cold basement and just like, I don't know, man, my head was pounding. I was not feeling good. I got way too excited from this meetup with some random guy. His name, I think they call him Jono is his name. Um, Jono was his name, oh, right? But anyways, yeah, I just want to share that quick one with you guys. Fishing, fishing tales, you know what I mean? Like weird things happen when you go cast a line. So I encourage you all to do the same thing. The summer's coming. It's pretty close. The weather's getting better here in southern Ontario, Toronto, GTA area. So consider casting a line. Consider picking up a fishing license and doing what you need to do. Thanks as always for joining me on another boat ride. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your ears. And join me on another boat ride soon. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye now.